Hello everyone, I'm at a beautiful church. Specifically it's a basilica and it's called Basilica Nuestra Señora de Lourdes, which basically means Our Lady of Lourdes. And the basilica is almost like a type of cathedral. It's a really big church, and I'm going to show you around this area, walk around the church, and hope you enjoy. Okay. So this is the front of the church, and actually there's this whole area is it's called Parque Lourdes, which basically is Lourdes Park. So I guess it's named after this basilica. Okay, so here's the square, and you probably can't see because it's being blocked, but there's a McDonald's right over there. Okay, so back to the basilica. I've been inside. The basilica is pretty nice. One thing you'll notice, oh yeah, and I'm in Bogota, Colombia, South America. Okay, so one thing you'll notice is about the pigeons in Bogota is that they're by far the most common bird here. Actually, I've seen I don't know if this is an exaggeration, it probably isn't, but for like every 99 birds I see, yeah, they're pigeons, and one bird is a non-pigeon. So there's so many pigeons here. Okay, so I don't think I can go inside. I think they might complain with me using a camera in there, but the outside we can definitely see. There's some very good masonry work. I don't know how old this church is. Well, we can zoom in here, maybe it says. Okay, so that just seems to show the days that it's open in the times. It doesn't show like when this church was made or anything like that. So this church is kind of in a central area of Bogota, at least for the area that it's in. Oh yeah, and here's Feliz Navidad, that means Merry Christmas. So I guess I came here during a busy time because there's a lot of people walking by. And this is the address of this place. And addresses in Bogota are written like that. The first one is one street, and then the one below that is another street, so it's the intersection of these. Okay, so that's a bus. Public transport is pretty good in Bogota. And there's a mall across. This looks like stained glass, though it's hard to see from out here. One thing that I think was pretty cool that I saw the other day was these are gargoyles. And I don't really know how to describe what a gargoyle is, other than it just looks like a monster. And I don't really know why they're on churches, but I've seen a few at some various churches. And there's a pigeon. Like I said, in Bogota, there's pigeons everywhere. And the pigeons are so used to people that they're not scared of people. Like, you can walk right up to a pigeon and it might not fly away. Okay, so in the background, that's some sort of like a mountain. I've not actually gone up there. It would be nice to walk up there. So this church has a big wall. Looks like it has a nice garden. I don't know if that's holy water or if that's just a fountain. But anyway, I think it looks kind of nice. And again, across the street, there's some kind of a mall. It's not a very big mall, but various stores in there. These are what common taxis look like in Bogota, the yellow color. Okay, and there's some police men up there, so I'm going to walk around them. I don't want to bother them. Oh wow. Got to see a priest or a monk or a deacon or something. As I mentioned, this is a park all around the church. So there's like a square in the front, and then there's in the back here, you know, there's like a recreational area. And looking at the basilica from behind, I do think it looks quite nice. And actually, Bogota has lots of big churches. There's another really nice church nearby here. I don't know who this priest is, but it does look kind of interesting. Statue. So people like to bring dogs to parks like this. And this is something that I think is really cool. Kind of reminds me of Singapore and Hong Kong. There's some basically public exercise equipment that anybody can use. And even some of these are like weight machines. In Singapore and Hong Kong, I've mostly just seen like cardio, like not much with actual, like you can pick the weights and so on. Okay, so there are a lot of people here. I didn't expect to have many people here. This is a random sign. Make sure you clean up after your pet. Okay. That's like a police station right there. I don't really know why there is one there. And one thing about this church in this area is at night there might be a bunch of homeless people around here. I've walked by here at night several times, and it seems some homeless people live around here. Okay, so that sign is just telling them when it's open and the times that it's open. Okay, here you get to see what a police motorcycle looks like. Just kind of interesting. It seems in Bogota, usually they wear the green reflective or yellow reflective material. So you can tell policemen pretty easily. And in this area there's quite a lot of stores and shops and restaurants. Okay, this looks kind of nice. There's some flowers. So they have some decent landscaping here. Oh, cool. That's a pretty tall palm tree next to the church. Not noticed that before. That to me kind of looks like Celtic artwork in a way. I don't know if Señora Lourdes is a saint. Maybe she's a saint. And that is either a statue of her or Mary. So this is an interesting sign. Gives you some information about the church, and it's almost written like a prayer. See, at the end it says Amen. So if you come to Bogota, Colombia, this is definitely a nice place to go, I think. Just to visit. You can just see the church and then walk around and some shopping, get something to eat. Oh, I didn't notice that before. There are clocks on this basilica. It's kind of interesting. Here's some stores around the area. And there's yet another statue. I'll walk up to that statue. Some more stained glass. I think it looks kind of nice. And interestingly, there's a bunch of shops here that are basically under a tent like these. And a bunch of them are selling books like this. And there's an area down that way where they sell a bunch of foreign language books. So if you come to this area, you can get some books for like really cheap. I think you can get a book for like 10,000 pesos or less if it's a used one. So here's some interesting Christmas decorations. There's a sign that says Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas. So I'll walk around this area just a little bit and then I'll end the video soon. And as I mentioned, there's a bunch of restaurants in this area. I don't know if you can see, that's the McDonald's right there. The tents are blocking most of the sign. Looks like an Italian restaurant across the street. And various others. Right across there, that's a pharmacy or chemist. And I think it is kind of cool that it's 24 hours. And there's another pharmacy right there. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Okay, there we go. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was at a basilica called Nuestra Señora de Lourdes, or Our Lady of Lourdes. So, again, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one.